I would also request the coordinators of the event to come and collect their appreciative prizes. Dr. Josia, Dr. Dinesh, Dr. Balanada Jodi, and the judges for the competition, Dr. G. Lata, Dr. S. Ramesh, Dr. Vijaya Ravichandran, Dr. Veda Chalam, and Dr. Vinit Kumar. Thank you very much, sir. It is also informed that all the participants of the Vision 2047 competition can collect their prizes from the green room after the event. Thank you. So, now I take the pleasure of inviting our Chief Guest, Dr. M. Ravichandran, Secretary MOEs, to deliver the Foundation Day address.
Today's guest of honors, E. Magesh, Director General of SIDA, and Srimati Kajalakshmi, Director Treasury, Tamil Nadu Government, and Director NIOT, Professor Balaji, and former directors of NIOT, Professor Ravindran, Dr. Kudrali, Dr. Atmanan, Dr. Chennai, Dr. Ramdas, also Dr. Purnima, and two of them are missing, maybe Dr. S.K. Das and Dr. Srinivas Kumar. Distinguished invitees, friends, and colleagues from NIOT. Very good morning to all of you. And first and foremost, greetings to all of you for this 31st Foundation Day of NIOT. And congratulations to all of you for the 30 years of service for the nation in terms of various technologies and services to the society. Of course, we all know that maybe many of the things already Professor Balaji stated, which I want to convey what has been done by NIOT. Of course, NIOT started with, you all know that two keywords, technology and ocean. Definitely ocean technology. Ocean technology for exploration, ocean technology for harnessing resources, both the living and non-living resources. And technology to observe the ocean, to understand the ocean, and technology to provide the services to the society from the ocean sector. So these are the various things that has been aimed for it. I think NIOT has tremendously contributed to various sectors, of course the ocean technology is not very simple, it is time consuming, cost intensive, and maybe human knowledge intensive. It is big things when compared to the terrestrial, any of the technology related aspects. Everybody knows that. So coming back to ocean technology, of course now we are going towards 2047. I think the biggest agenda for all of us is Vision 2057 is the blue economy. How will you realize the blue economy from the present status of 4% of GDP contribution to the country to at least 10% of GDP from the blue. That's the main objective. For that, NIOT's role is very, very important. Of course, there are many other aspects, not only contribution to GDP, but also we need to have various elements in the ocean. Because the ocean, only 5% of the ocean in terms of volume, in terms of space, we have explored. We know what it is. 95% we don't know. Though we are using 95% of the ship transport, that means volume material transport is through ocean by shipping. But 95% we don't know what is happening inside the oceans. So I think it is paramount important that we need to explore the oceans. For exploring the oceans, it is not enough only at the surface. We need to dive deep. For that, I think we need to develop various technologies. Many things already have been developed. We have to make a state-of-the-art AUV, ROV, and much more various technologies we need to develop so that we can go down and see what is happening, so that we can explore much more in the what is to be known for the humankind. So first one is exploration, and second one, when we talk about it, I think we need to harness the ocean resource sustainably. So I didn't talk about the ocean economy. Since I told blue economy, that means it is a sustainability inclusive. So we need to worry about sustainable harnessing the ocean resources. When you are talking about resources, it is not only for the living resources but also non-living resources. So the main point in NIOT is maybe non-living resources, whether we can harness the minerals from the oceans, or the energy from the oceans, or much more, maybe in the biological sense, whether we can have a seaweeds or maybe fisheries. We have only coastal fisheries dominated. Deep sea fisheries, we don't have even policy. Of course, we need to develop a policy for the deep sea fisheries and various technology and gears we require to develop for the harvesting of the fisheries in the deep sea. Even we are not going for much beyond our EEZ. Many of the other countries, people, they are coming close to our EEZ and they are doing fisheries, but we are not capable of going there and do much more fisheries. So I think we need to develop various technologies and policies in place in order to achieve the target of what we are thinking of blue economy to take it forward. Of course, the other important component is water. Actually, I always tell that this 5 components is one of the important things always rule over next few decades. Energy, water, food, and also health of the ocean as well as the health of the human being. Maybe you can call it as a one health. The human health is subset of ecosystem health. And all these 4, how it will evolve under the warming world, under the climate change. Because the climate change is also one of the important aspects we need to look at it. It's all 5 aspects. I think NIOT has to play a significant role, and it is doing that. But at the same time, I think the gear, whatever we have done, I think we need to go for much faster fight. Because the world will not wait for us. I think we need to go. We should not be a follower of technology, follower. Some of the things we need to go beyond. Something we need to think beyond. Because we have a human intelligence, we have knowledge house, but we need to use that effectively, try to get something innovative. Something innovative we need to think of, so that we can best utilize the ocean resources effectively. When you talk about the climate change, we need to think about how the sea level rise is going to happen, what we can mitigate, or we can have a carbon sequestration, whether we can go for nature-based solution to store the sequester the carbon, or chemical-based or physical-based sequestration we need to think about. So these are the big things we need to think about. It is a contribution to the global common, as well as we need to the contribution to the national, as well as we have to go for local. So local, national and global, all these things we need to contribute, because ocean is, after all, it is one ocean. So we need to think about all the aspects of contributing in terms of technology in various aspects. As you know that in the Ministry of Earth Sciences, So we want to have of course, though we are working in 5 spheres: atmosphere, hydrosphere, geosphere, cryosphere, and associated biosphere. But each one we start with up to 2030. We want to start the infrastructure build in each sphere. So for that only the mission board we have started. Suppose deep ocean mission, we need to build the capability and infrastructure by 2030 to achieve the goal of 2047. Similarly, we have started recently the mission Mawsum. It is to improve the weather forecast. How we can, and basically to improve the weather forecast, for that, what are the infrastructure required? We need to set up by 2030 so that we can go for 2047. Now, weather is managing us, whether we can manage the weather. That's our objective in 2014. Similarly, when we are talking about blue economy, contribution to GDP is the ocean side, and the atmospheric side we are going for weather management. Of course, when we are talking about polar mission, so soon we are going to start the polar mission. So that mission will talk about how the geopolitically we have to behave, or we have to place in India, both in North Pole as well as South Pole as well as Himalaya, how we need to, what is our strategy. So that is the polar mission we start. For that strategy, what are the infrastructure required in terms of polar research vessel, or you can talk about our new Maitri station, or many more things we need to do, so that we can reach by 2047 is one among the serious nations in the global concerns. So that's the polar mission we are planning to start very soon. I think all these missions, I think NIOT has to play a vital role. It is not that somebody's atmospheric mission is started. I think we need to contribute significantly, and people need your service for developing much more the technology in terms of ocean. I think as a contribution wise, NIOT is a tremendous contribution. I don't want to name it, but you see that now deep ocean mission, it looks like very simple, but actually this is not hundreds of parts to integrate, it is millions of parts to integrate. And we have to make it, because the engineering field, it is always digital, 1 or 0. Even 99.9% of success means it is almost failure. So I think that is what is important. It is a critical nature. So I think people are looking very eagerly about the mission, deep ocean mission, especially CR 6000. So maybe by next year or so, everybody looking at it. My dream is, before Gaganyaan reaches to space, I think we need to reach below the oceans. So that is our objective. We need to take a spirit of it. I think recently, even our Honorable Prime Minister has mentioned that he is very eagerly looking at both Gaganyaan and Samudrayaan. So one towards this space, other towards the sea. I think that is the dream we need to, because this is not even, it is not the economical things, it is to show our strength. Towards achieving that mission, we develop more and more various other components, various other technology. That technology also will be useful for the services and other aspect of the humankind. I think we need to start many other things in the coming years, especially I think we need to go for more and more students. Basically, we have to hire more JRF, SRF, research scholars, and also we need to hire postdoc. I think under deep ocean mission, we need to immediately hire the postdocs, so that we need to immediately start working towards various technology. And also we need to, what is called, our ecosystem we need to change. Change means we need to improve various ecosystem, not only as a group or anything. I think this is one of the things today we started with the Mission 2047 document. It is a good idea, but at the same time, I personally request maybe those who have contributed today and other people, I think you have to sit together. First, you yourself discuss together. Maybe director can facilitate, especially those who are going to be there in 2047 in this institute. Sit together, discuss, innovate. What do you want to achieve in ocean technology? Think about it. Maybe not only sitting here, maybe you can go to different stations. Maybe our station, you go to Andaman or somewhere without mobile or anything. You go on, discuss. Because many of the sparks will come, I always believe that many of the sparks will come when you don't have an agenda meeting. You should have an agenda-less meeting so that the sparks will come. Then you make an agenda for that. Then you make an implementation plan so that you can develop what your achievement is required. I think this vision document should be not only the youngsters. I think we need to discuss with maybe like our past directors and seniors of NIOT engineers and other people. It is not only NIOT alone. I think we need to, one more thing important we have to inculcate is once maybe the gap area which we need to do, we are doing it, the gap area which I want to point out is we need to have more and more collaborations. Collaboration means within industries and collaboration with the academia, collaboration with the other ministries, state and central, and collaboration with international organizations of like ours, maybe technology-oriented institutions world over. So I think we need to strengthen our collaborations and we need to bring more industries and we need to, actually we have started, I think Dr. Ramdas started with something to incubation as well as startup, but we have not started up yet. I think we need to start startup, and so that I think this facility what we have done yesterday, I have seen this campus, Nellore campus. I think it is a very big campus. It is the biggest campus of Ministry of Earth Sciences. I think we use it effectively, and also you have to invite the industries, invite the academic people, students, as well as you invite our own ministry to set up various other components of observations, other components of technology, but also other ministries, PCP ministry, Ministry of Biotechnology, all the ministries, we invite them so that we can have work together in that campus, so that we can, because we cannot, how long we can work on science, we have to work together, so that culture we have to bring in. Within our group also, I think we need to make a group. We need to now converge. The groupism actually we have to converge. I don't know how to converge, but we want to make a innovation in that, especially in NIOT. Actually, even suppose each one, I always feel that each one of you are very intelligent and very actually knowledge resource person. I think you have come with very good background. Most of the people come from very good universities and other things. But I think we need to collectively, as a team, we need to do, we are doing good, but we have to do much more. I think that is more important in the coming years and other things. You need to, each one of you contribute. I think we need to, because we have our only one mission, technology for ocean. That is a mission we need to think about it. For that, how we can contribute collectively. You may be a mining group, but you can contribute to the other mission group, and also you may be in some other maybe acoustic group, how you can contribute to the major missions. So that is what you have to think about it, because each alone, if you are going on doing it, it will not be useful. I think with the groupism as well as the unification of our forces is very important, because now the entire world is in physics, everybody is working on unification of forces in various strong force, weak force, nuclear force, and maybe gravitational force, everything. So we need to strengthen our forces, unify forces, we need to make it so that we can go for a quantum leap from this. I think I request all of you to come together and do much more than what you are doing, and maybe definitely in 2047 as a long-term vision set forth. Of course, this vision, whatever Dr. Vijay mentioned about is, I am not able to follow fully, but actually we need to have much more discussion, with wider discussion with youngsters and seniors. We need to have a blend of expertise and experience from seniors as well as from younger people. So we need to fuse them so that, as well as the internationally, what is the scenario is happening, and we need to nurture them so that we can move forward in the right directions. With this, once again, I congratulate all the NIOT team for your contribution for the 30 years, and especially last 1 year, and I'm hoping for the much more in the next year. I think next year will be a big expectation from you, all of you. I think you will be able to deliver in that time. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Thanks for your motivational talk, and we are sure of a combined and concentrated effort to move towards the Vision 2047. I would now like to request Shreyas Rajesh, Scientist of Deep Sea Mining Group, to propose the vote of thanks.
It's an honor to give a vote of thanks. First and foremost, on behalf of the NIOT team, I would convey my deepest and heartfelt thanks to our Secretary, Dr. M. Ravichandran, who spared his time for his busy schedule to grace the occasion and inspiring talk. I would also like to extend my sincere thanks to our distinguished guest of honor, Sri E. Magesh, now Sitramadi Lakshmi, for gracing this occasion in our place. A special thanks to our founder directors and past directors with past groupmates and others for their vision and determination and continuous guidance, which gave the pillar upon which the institute stands now. I would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to our director for continuous support throughout in all the aspects. Our sincere thanks to groupmates, senior scientists, technical support team of NIOT who are gathered here and online for being pivotal in developing this institute. I will also express our sincere gratitude for the people who have come here as invitees from IRS, Indian Navy, DG Shipping, CDAC, other stakeholders like SCA, Eco1 Technology, IDAC Germany, and others. I also have to wish or have my sincere gratitude to organizing committee under the guidance of Dr. Gopkumar for making this event wonderful. Thank you, Wanda. Thanks.
Thank you, Lord, for gracing this occasion with your presence and making it a memorable event to remember for a long, long time. As the event comes to a close, I request all of you to join for a group photo at the entrance.